Hi everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel, and I am here for a CD collection video for you guys. Now for this collection, I'll be showing you my Genesis CD collection. I think Genesis is a really great band. Definitely a band that I wish I would have gotten into sooner, because if you didn't know, I just got into them sometime in December 2020. So yeah, not very long that I've been a fan of these guys. But I would already say that they're one of my favorite progressive music bands. I mean, I even like them more than the band Yes. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Yes is a very good band, but I think Genesis has a stronger discography than Yes. But I wouldn't say that I like them more than Rush, alright? Rush is probably always going to be my favorite progressive music band, my favorite progressive rock band, whatever you want to say. But Genesis, still a great band. I mean, I like most of their albums, I would say. I think most of their albums are great, so keep in mind I don't have all their albums, but I would like to at some point collect all the albums from this band, but I figured that I would show you the albums that I have from Genesis so far. So first of all, we got Trespass. Not one of my favorite Genesis albums, but I do like it though. I mean, The Knife is an excellent song. I really like that one. Definitely one of my favorites on the album. That's really one of the main highlights for me from this album, so Trespass. Next, we got Foxtrot. And yeah, this is probably one of their best. Definitely a classic. But yeah, definitely a great album. To pick favorites, I mean, wow, there's a lot of really great songs on here. I mean, really, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the songs on this album. I really pretty much got no complaints. But Supper's Ready is kind of an interesting song, though. But yeah, so Foxtrot, definitely a great album. Next, we got Selling England by the Pound. And I believe this was actually my first Genesis album, maybe? I don't know. It was one of my first. I know this was not only the first one that I've heard, but it was also the first CD that I've purchased from these guys. I believe this one, and along with another one, was because I remember getting my first two Genesis CDs on the same day, but this was one of them. And I believe this was like the first one that I popped in and listened to or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of really great songs on this album. Dancing in the Moonlit Night, I Know What I Like. You also got The Cinema Show, which is probably one of their best songs, at least in my opinion. I really love The Cinema Show. It's just really intriguing and just fun to listen to. And yeah, I think it's a great song. Maybe my favorite song on the album too. But yeah, so Selling England by the Pound. Really great album. Alright, so next we got A Trick of the Tail. Probably another one of their best as well. This is another one of those albums where there's just no weak song on the album. It's an excellent album, but some favorites of mine would be Entangled, Madman Moon. Title track's pretty good too, but yeah. A Trick of the Tail, definitely a really great album. So yeah, I really dig this one. So there you have it. Next, we got Wind and Wuthering. This is a very good album for sure. Not one of my personal favorites from Genesis, but I do like it though. I mean, Afterglow is maybe one of their best album closers, but there's some really good songs in the first half as well, such as 11th Earl of Mar and One for the Vine. Those are pretty solid songs too. So yeah, Wind and Wuthering, definitely a good album. Not one of my personal favorites, but I do like it though. And then we got Abba. Yeah, now we're getting into their 80s time, of course. So, but yeah, this is definitely a very good album. I do like this one. I mean, some highlights for me would have to be the title track, and of course, Man on the Corner. Pretty intriguing and interesting song to listen to, but yeah, so Abba, great album. Next, we got the self-titled album, Genesis. Yeah, I like this album. I don't think this is one of my personal favorites from Genesis, but I do like it, though. I do think it is a very great album, though. I mean, if it's not one of my favorites from the band, then it's definitely an honorable mention, maybe, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, this album is just excellent. I mean, you got songs like Mama, That's All, Home by the Sea, and of course, Second Home by the Sea. But yeah, a lot of really great songs on this album. Now, the first half, I would say, is a lot stronger than the the second half of the album. But this whole album, it's great. It's definitely a really great album. So Genesis, the self-titled album. Okay, so next we got Invisible Touch. Now this was actually the album that I got on the same day as Selling England by the Pound. I mean, this was the second Genesis CD that I've listened to, I think. Maybe my favorite of their 80s time, maybe, I don't know, but this is definitely a great album, though. This is an original pressing, too, if you couldn't tell. I mean, there's some really good songs on here. I mean, the title track, Tonight, 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 is very catchy, and that's probably one of my favorites on the album. You got Land of Confusion, In Too Deep, a more ballad-like song. I really like that one. You also got Domino, one of the longer songs, and one of my favorites on the album as well. But yeah, there's a lot of really great songs on this album. So yeah, Invisible Touch, definitely a really great album. And then we got We Can't Dance, and this is definitely a really great album for sure. Now, I will say, out of all the Genesis CDs that I own, this one is probably my least favorite of all the ones that I own. But I still really like the album, though. I do think it is a very good album. I mean, some highlights for me would be No Son of Mine, Dreaming While You Sleep, Tell Me Why, and of course you got I Can't Dance, one of the bigger hits off the album. But yeah, We Can't Dance, not one of my personal favorites from Genesis, but I do like it, though. Doesn't have as strong replay value as the other ones here, of course, but I still think it's a pretty good album. So We Can't Dance. So that is it for this Genesis CD collection, so let me know what you think. I'm very close to collecting all of them, I believe. But yeah, I would like to at some point collect all their albums. So that's my collection for Genesis. Let me know what you think. Are you a fan of the band Genesis? Do you have all their albums? Do you have a few albums? Most of their albums? Some of their albums? What albums do you have from the band? Just feel free to let me know all your thoughts. So with that being said, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and take care.